Hello and welcome, online money makers. And this is going to be an interesting interview for you today. This is something totally new. I have not shared this before. I've seen a little bit of this out in the marketplace, and I've seen it done very successfully. And I brought on with me today someone who's really actually out there doing this unique digital method, creating products on their computer, turning them into a digital product, and then reselling them over and over and over. Now, I have Diana with me here today. And interestingly, I met Diana through the publishing community, and I've been following her for several years now. And I'm in the far west coast of the United States of America, and she is in South Africa, interestingly. So it is nighttime for her, and I'm so gracious that she was open and willing to come share this really neat method with you. You're going to love it, and she's going to tell you about it. So Dinah, tell us a little bit about who you are, maybe how you got started, and then let's just take a deep dive into what kind of digital products are you making and how are you selling them?
Okay, well, my background is quite varied in that I started as a teacher, hated it, left and went into the computer industry selling accounting software, started my own business. That crashed and burned, went and joined a big corporate company as a project manager and business systems process manager, and then got retrenched. And then I thought, okay, that's it. I'm just never working for someone else again.
That's right.
And so I started online because I was always very excited about what the internet could offer. You know, the ability to go online, sit behind your PC, and create a viable business. But it did take me a very, very long time. One of the primary reasons was that I was jumping from one idea to the next. And it wasn't really until I started to focus very hard, probably in 2017, and then focused, it was in fact 2017 when I started my PLR Planner store. And that kind of just brought everything together. And since then, I've now been able to hire my daughter full time as my operations manager, which is lovely, and it's really good because hopefully one day she'll take over the business. What else? I've been a single mom for about 20 years, bringing up the 3 kids. So that was always a very interesting challenge, and I've had some pretty rough times. But I'm very grateful now that, in fact, whatever I've gone through in the past 10, 15 years has actually set me up perfectly for where we are right now.
What? That's a beautiful message to share. How inspirational. So whereabouts are you at? I know you're in South Africa somewhere. I'm not very familiar with that area. So if you're thinking about the globe.
Yeah, so I'm in Johannesburg itself, which is one of the primary urban areas. I think it's probably one of the biggest urban areas. So it's very first world as such. You know, we live in a bit of a contradictory country where we're both first world and third world. So we have a first world infrastructure, or we did, which is now starting to fail ever so slightly. But and it's a very interesting country to live in. But we also have an exceptionally high unemployment rate. We have a 46% unemployment rate.
Wow.
Yeah, it's very, very high. And then we have a big gap between those people living below the poverty line and then those people who are sort of what's classified as middle class and upper class.
Interesting. Wow. So you started originally book publishing, and then you mentioned earlier PLR. And for those of you who PLR is a brand new term for you, it stands for private label rights. Similar to white labeling something. If we go to, say, the grocery store or Costco or something, they have their own brand of the same exact or, very similar thing. But you can actually private label products of your own. And that's not quite what we're going to talk about today, but it's also something maybe in the future we should maybe address, because that's a really great way to earn an online income by creating something one time and doing it over and over. I mean, maybe you do want to talk about that today. But talk to us about what is a digital product? Maybe some examples of the digital products that you're out there creating, and then you sell that same product over and over and over again, which is beautiful.
Okay, so it started with the initial book publishing when I was sort of writing books, writing nonfiction books, often under pen names. And, writing a full book is a lot of work.
Yeah.
And you're not often guaranteed of success. And besides, I'm a reasonable writer, but I just thought there has to be an easier way. And I used to be a digital scrapbook designer. So, these digital scrapbooks, I used to design all the elements in the papers and things like that. And I learned a lot from that.
That's cool. Digital scrapbooking. Wow. Now that's something interesting that maybe some folks haven't heard about either. So you created products for digital scrapbooking?
Exactly. So you would use a product like Photoshop, and as if you were doing it on paper, but you're using digital elements to create a scrapbook page. And that was quite phenomenal in the lessons that I learned in marketing a directly online product, a digital product as such, versus the physical paper print scrapbooking. So when the low content book market came into play, I was really excited because I suddenly thought, yeah, I could take my digital design skills that I was using for scrapbooking and create journals and planners. So that is how I started in that particular niche, and I absolutely loved it. And in my first year, I published over 1,000 books on Amazon.
Yeah, I want to tell you that you're the one that inspired me to do that. By the way, you had this 1,000 book goal. It was because of you that. It was because of you that I actually did that.
Oh, really? That's so cool.
Yeah, you were the one that inspired me to make 1,000 books. It was a couple years ago, several years ago, but you were the one that I had followed, and I'm like, I'm going to do that too. Diana's going for 1,000, so am I. So then you took your digital scrapbooking, business, kind of transferred that over to the book publishing, and now this digital product. So talk to us about how it transitioned into that.
Okay, so we were selling, you can't really do Kindle books in terms of journals and planners on Amazon. So I was doing a lot of print books. But I have a philosophy that I work to with everything that I create. I need to repurpose it as much as possible. So whenever I've created something, and this is how the PLR Planners store came into being, is if I created a journal and planner, I would think to myself, there's so many people out there that are really battling to create these type of things for whatever reason. They may feel they don't have enough graphic design skills. They may feel a little bit intimidated by their own ability to create something. So then I thought, okay, well, I'm going to sell it on Amazon, and then I'm going to sell it on Etsy as a spiral bound. And then I'm also going to turn it into a PDF and sell it on Etsy as a PDF download. And then I thought, well, okay, why don't you tweak it a bit and then give it away to other people that they can use it for themselves as a commercial use product? And that is how PLR Planners was born. So whenever I create something, I want to distribute it in as many platforms as possible. So then I signed up for Creative Market, where I applied for Creative Market, and they accepted me as a designer, which is jolly nice. I don't have a lot of product on there, but, it's another source of income. So that is how it all came about. And so let's go into, so what's really interesting is let me take you through the process. If you design I'll take my vegetable gardening planner, okay? I initially did it as a print book. Then I had a PDF version. And then I thought, okay, why don't we create a digital version? So at the beginning of the year, Marion and I were talking about digital planners. So I don't know if any of you know of an app called GoodNotes or Zodo. Now, these are apps that are actually run on tablets. They're not physical download like a PDF where you print out a piece of paper. You run it on your tablet. So it's a note-taking application in a tablet in either Windows or an iPad. An iPad is very popular at the moment with the GoodNotes. And you bring in this realistic digital planner that you could write in. But the other advantage of it is because it's not like a physical book where you'd be flipping or look at the index to go to the right page, you have hyperlinks, tabs with hyperlinks. So if you tap the tab with the iPad pen or the what's it? The
stylus thing?
Yeah, the stylus. Thank you. That was the word I was looking for. it will take you to that page. So the beauty of it now is you can have a 600-page planner.
Wow.
Because it doesn't matter, it's all digital.
And you don't have to print off all these papers.
That's right. And so everything is on your tablet or even on your smartphone. Smartphones are a bit small to use them, but you can use them on a smartphone. So that got me really excited. And we'd started working on this training course. And the one thing is, a lot of people were creating them, but they were using like Photoshop, Illustrator to create them. And a lot of my clients don't have Illustrator.
No.
My clients don't have Photoshop. So we went looking for a way to do it in PowerPoint because most people have PowerPoint. And we discovered how to do it. So we put together this training course. And it was quite interesting because sometimes, I believe that success is a combination of really hard work and sometimes you just catch a wave. And the day before we launched the Digital Planning Bonanza, Ingram Spark came out with that comment about not distributing low content books anymore. And everybody went into an absolute tiz. So we crested that wave really, really nicely because it's a new market. I mean, it's been around for a while, so it's not really a new market, but a lot of people weren't doing it because they didn't have the tools to do it.
Well, let me see if I'm following you correctly, because this is, I've barely heard of it all. So this is pretty new to me too. So if y'all are watching and it's new to you as well, feel free to post your questions in the chat box here. So you originally were making scrapbook papers, and then you took your digital scrapbook paper, and then you took your designs, put them on like journals and notebooks and things, and then started taking it and repurposing. I love how your philosophy is to always repurpose something, and then to repurpose it into a digital planner that you could put on a tablet or an iPad, and it could be as many pages as you want. So it's actually a digital planner that's on your tablet or I'm pointing at my iPad right here, or at your iPad. I don't have one. So, I have an iPad, but I don't have a digital planner on there. That is absolutely fascinating. So you would create this planner one time and then sell it over and over and over to the audience. Do you create the planner in niches like you would like a book, like you'd make one for, I don't know, moms or something like that?
Well, yes, I've started doing that. I started off with my vegetable garden planner, and that's another example of another way that I caught at just the right time, because we came out with the training, and then because I'm an avid vegetable gardener, I wanted to create a vegetable gardening planner. So I created one, and I created it for GoodNotes as an app that you buy, which you then put on your iPad. And the thing had just taken off. It's selling like hotcakes on Etsy.
Nice.
Because I caught the wave of everybody going into this whole lockdown situation and the food shortages and people saying, okay, well, maybe we should start growing our own food.
Oh, so, yeah, definitely. Yeah.
So that product has done exceptionally well, and that's selling off Etsy.
So what is the digital planner price range? Is it $10 or $20 or $50? What is it? What are the price range for digital planners?
So the top sellers on Amazon, and I'm not one of the top sellers, but the top sellers are selling them between $39 and $49, and they are selling like hotcakes.
But you can sell them on Amazon?
No, so this is something I'm busy testing out. I have seen one for sale on Amazon, and I know how they've done it. So I've gone through the process of getting it done, and I'm going to test the theory out. If it works, you can't do it through KDP. You have to do it as an Amazon seller.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. But you sell them like on Etsy?
Yes, I sell them on Etsy.
What kind of price range do they sell for on Etsy?
So I've got my garden planner priced at $24.99.
Wow. That's awesome. And so, wow. And is that about the average price these things go for?
No, there's some people that sell them for a lot less. I went in sort of at a mid-range price because I didn't want to downplay the value of my product. Nice. It's a good product. It's reasonably priced, I think. And the thing is, with any digital planner or any digital product like that, you don't have to buy another one, because when you finish writing in it for the year, you're just going to erase everything and you start again.
Oh, that's neat. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. So you create this digital planner and people put it on their iPad or their tablet. You sell them on Etsy, and then people just download that and through an app or something.
So there's various apps. The most popular for the iPad is something called GoodNotes 5.
Mhm.
And if your viewers go and Google GoodNotes 5 on YouTube, you will see dozens and dozens of people posting YouTube videos of what they're doing in their GoodNotes planners.
That's neat. I mean, I have a paper planner and I follow a couple folks online, one of the A5, I don't know, 6x9 or so planners. And so, in fact, I'm going to grab it because this is fun to talk. There we go. So this one's mine. There you go. But you would put like all this stuff that you have in here. Oops, there we go. All this would be like, in your digital version.
Now, what's really interesting is it actually looks like that.
It looks like this?
Yeah. What I'm saying, well, it depends on how you've designed it, but it's got the tabs and it's got the different sections.
Yes,
and you can use digital stickers.
Digital stickers? That sounds like so much fun.
It is. It's gorgeous. It's so much fun. So there's. Sorry, let me just turn my email off. Hold on.
So then, if somebody buys this digital planner and it comes with all these elements that go with it, can they buy add-on packs to it, or is everything already included?
No, so there's a lot of money being made by people, which I think is a brilliant idea, where they do monthly packs for their planners with a different theme.
Oh, like a subscription?
No, so a subscription is something else that I will talk about just now. There are some people that have subscription plans, but they sell monthly packs in Etsy.
Wow.
So the pack is now, let's say, a Halloween theme or Christmas is, the December theme. And they do these monthly packs of page inserts and stickers, which is really cool.
Wow, that's really, really neat. That sounds like so much fun. No wonder you're loving it. And then the people are buying it.
And the best part is, of course, is now you can work in full color. With KDP, if you want to go full color, it's going to be expensive. But with the digital products, you can go absolutely berserk with colors. And it's so interesting because there must be a million different products you could create for all of these different planners. Now, one of the other products that we recently released was training on doing the same thing for OneNote. Because OneNote, although it's one of the most popular applications for note-taking, it doesn't have quite the same functionality as GoodNotes. So any hyperlink tabs that you created would not convert to the OneNote application. But you can create, let's say, a nice-looking page that looks like one of yours that you've got, and then go into OneNote and create the tabs in OneNote itself. So, and what's really nice about OneNote is that it's both a Windows and Mac product, and there are millions of users on it.
Wow. So then when you're putting links in, are those hyperlinks are going like to different chapters in your planner? Can you make links that are external links that maybe say, hey, if you want the Halloween pack, then click here and go to my website and buy it? Does that work like that?
Yes, you can. You can do whatever. So I have a hyperlink. That's amazing. So I have a hyperlink at the back of my journals that link back to my website.
Wow. That is so amazing. I'm just baffled. I'm totally baffled at this. This is absolutely brilliant. And
it's an amazing market, and I don't even think we touched the tip of the iceberg in terms of what we can actually do with it.
Wow. Yeah, that is so incredible. So if somebody wanted to get started in this digital, creating digital products, of course, there's digital scrapbook paper or digital planner paper, because you said, hey, I also sell the PDF versions of things too, and you can download those as printables. So printables is a big business on Etsy or anywhere, or your own website, because you have your website where you sell printables. And you made it one time and people can buy them over and over for whatever reason, purposes that they want, and you give them commercial rights. So that's a great method. But I love this digital planner method. That's really, really cool. So if somebody wanted to get into that, does it take a long time? Is it difficult to create it?
Yeah, there's a bit of a process involved in creating the digital one. So if you create a normal print journal or planner, that's relatively easy. You know, I've got a free training course on my website that shows people how to do that in PowerPoint.
Oh, that's
Simple and
pretty
basic.
cool.
Yeah. The creating the hyperlinks in PowerPoint is a little bit more time consuming, but we've created a whole lot of products, what we call our toolkits, that will automate the process for you. So we've got something called Hyperspeed that'll copy all the tabs from one page to the entire document. That'll be in hyperlinked, things like that. Excuse me. Just trying to think.
Is this a difficult thing? So let's say somebody says, "Oh, I want to get into this business. I would need, obviously, I need a computer to do it, and because a lot of our audience is brand new people, I would need a computer to do this. Why would maybe do I need a tablet or a iPad to like check and verify everything's working? Do I need that?
Well, if you've got the money, because iPads are quite expensive. So what a lot of people do one of my friends who doesn't have an iPad, she sends me the PDF and asks me to check it. You know,
Okay.
somebody with
Just
a
have a
friend
friend do it.
Yeah, get a friend to check it, test it out, and if it works, it works.
Okay. And then
so
you make it in PowerPoint, or you make it in OneNote, one of those software programs.
No, so if you're designing the original thing, you'd either create it in Adobe Illustrator. If you don't have Adobe Illustrator, you can create it in PowerPoint.
Mm-hmm.
You can even create it in Google Slides or Keynote, because Keynote is the Mac version.
Yeah, I like Keynote too. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And then you can also do it in this new product training that we just released, which is Affinity Publisher, which is this new design course that's going out that works. It has the power of Photoshop, and it's got the ease of use of PowerPoint. You know, so there's different tools. So any application that will allow you to create hyperlinks in the product.
Mm-hmm.
And the hyperlinks, because then what happens is you save the document as a PDF.
Okay.
The PDF, if you test the PDF by opening it in Adobe Reader and you click on the tabs with your mouse and it goes to the right places, you know your document's working.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So you save this PDF, and most everybody has like save as PDF on their computer already, or
Yes.
you don't, you can get it for free. So there's not much cost in that. So you create this design, set up all your links, and then you upload the PDF to your sales page.
Yes. So with GoodNotes, the application is imported as a PDF,
Mm-hmm.
which is a really simple way of doing it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll send you a sample to go and have a look. If you could download GoodNotes for yourself, I think it's only about $5 or something. It's really low priced. I'll send you a planner that you can just upload and test it, and it's really cool.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, no, I'll definitely do that for you. So OneNote is a slightly different process in that you create the graphics in PowerPoint or a graphics program. You then import the graphics into OneNote, and then you've got to go and create pages and sections in OneNote. But with OneNote, because they've got a web-based application, you would then just export it, and then you would sell the exported files to your customers, and they go and import it.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the process.
Wow. Yeah. So there's a process to it, but you know, it's funny. In one of my book publishing classes, I said, if you're okay with making money over and over and over, you got to realize there is multiple steps in this process. So if you're open to something that has a few steps involved, but it actually sounds super fun and creative and everything. And
it's so good.
Yeah, super fun. And then you can sell that over and over again for a great price. Whereas, you know, in the book publishing world, you know, you might get a royalty of just a few dollars per unit. But in this case, your royalty is 100%. Well, mine less the fee of Etsy if you're selling on Etsy, which is what, 20 cents per listing. And then maybe if you're using PayPal or whatever your payment processor is, so still you're probably coming out at least $20 in the profit, maybe ROI out of $24.99.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's a great margin. That's an excellent margin for a product. And then once it's up there all the time. I love those things that you put it up there and it can sell forever, you know, once it's uploaded. Beautiful process. Wow.
Yeah. So now one of the nice ways that you can, because obviously you don't want to be dependent on Etsy or Amazon, because You never know what's going to happen to those platforms.
Yes.
So I make a concerted effort to drive people back to my website, where I offer them a free download of some product, either a PDF version or okay. And then that gets them onto my email list. And one of the things that I'm busy working on now, which will probably be implemented next month, is that my Legacy for Life brand, which is my personal brand of planners and journals, will have a membership option where each month they get, like you were saying, a monthly pack or stuff like that. Now we've done that on the Digital Planner Bonanza, where we give them a commercial use planner and graphics every month. But now I want to focus on the end user and not so much the business to business side, and then create something for them.
Is this replicatable? So let's say that you created the one on your vegetable garden. Can you take the vegetable garden one and repurpose it with another topic? And now you've already got the framework laid out and you just got to change out the pictures and stuff?
No, not really.
No?
Because with the gardening one, it's very specific. You've got planting trackers, you've got
that makes sense. Yeah.
All of those kind of things. But you could take, let's say, a mother's weekly planner, and you could convert it into a different niche. You could go for nurses' weekly planner or a teacher's weekly planner. Those kind of things are a lot more easy to do. If you've gone very niche down, like I have with the garden planner, it's a little bit more complex. But it hasn't stopped me repurposing that garden planner into different colors and different pictures and different covers, and selling it as a different kind of garden journal.
Oh, because people like different varieties of things, whatever, and so you make it for the customer. Wow, yeah. that is so cool. Oh my gosh, I'm just so inspired after hearing this, because it's we talked with Fernando earlier this week, and he was talking about print on demand products. And that was really great, because it's one of those things you create it once and put it up there. But I love this because it's a digital product rather than a physical product. And especially those are some pretty good tips about, those putting in links to go back to your website to sign up for more and, purchase more things or for a membership. That's lovely. I'm going to look at our Facebook group and see if we have any questions. I see we have a lot of people on today, and I welcome all of you who are here all over on our website. Here, let's see. I'm going to check questions real quick and see. Oh, we have a whole bunch of questions. Christy says Etsy is 8% of a total sale plus 20 cents or 25 cents processing. That's great. That's pretty low amount. Sharon says she's going through your course right now. Great. That's awesome. Michelle, I see your wheels are turning. Well, yes, they are. Yeah. Like when in my spare time, but yeah. I love the repurposing. Bridget says, do you have a course? Yeah, we'll put the link in here. Can you say the website name of your course? Do you want to share that?
Well, there's two courses we've got. One is the Digital Planner Bonanza, and the other one is the OneNote Profit Streams. But we'll have to pop the links in because they're in two different places.
Okay, so we'll put the links in there. Yes, definitely. I'll get those in here. Yeah, so great comment. Oh, there's more comments yet. Just a moment. Let me pull them all up because there's a bunch here. Let's see. Well, it's not showing all of them for some reason. Let's see. That's okay. And then let's go over here too. And there they are. Now I see it. Question. So somebody says, we're happy to see both of us. How sweet. Someone else on Facebook. Hi, everyone watching from sunny Tobago. I'm not sure where that is. You don't either? I'm not sure where Tobago is, but I'm so happy that it's sunny there for you, because I'm in Oregon in the United States, and it's not so sunny here. What's the weather like in South Africa, Diana?
It's not sunny for you, but we're in winter. We're basically in winter now, so it's a bit chilly, yeah. Hence the jacket,
Oh, because it's winter for you. Okay. Let's see. You may have covered this, let's see, 1,000 times. Other than online search engine marketing, how would you advertise this? Do you advertise it, or is it people just find it organically?
No, so I am using Etsy advertising to build it up, and it's working. It's working quite positively. But my primary focus is not so much on advertising. I do most of my driving from my Amazon books that I publish. So I'm about to bring out a new one on Monday called The Urban Vegetable Gardener. And what I do inside of those books is on the first or second page, I always say that there's a workbook, PDF workbook that they can download off my website. And what happens is they go to my website, download the PDF for free, and then they're on my website. So I'm driving people to that. And then I've obviously got a link back to my Etsy store. So that is the only advertising I've done so far this year. I was planning on doing more YouTube advertising, but with everything that happened, I had to scale back a bit and rethink how I'm going to do the promotion and marketing side.
Mm-hmm. I love how you're cross promoting. I like to do that in my books too. If you like this book, you might also like this. That's great. I mean, Amazon does that to us. Might as well do it with ourselves. So if you're using Etsy sponsored ads, I mean, I use Amazon sponsored ads to promote some of my books, and the margin is small. So if I'm only making a few dollars per book and I'm spending so much per click on ads, then I only have a little bit of meat on the bone, so to speak, left on that. But when you're selling a $24.99 product on Etsy and it's basically $20 worth of wiggle room for advertising, now you have a huge margin for that. So I can see why that would be a valuable way to do it. Let's see, there's some more here. Sharon says she likes the OneNote version that she has on her tablet. Cool. And somebody loves you, and they love your accent too. I don't know, maybe Diana in South Africa thinks that I have an accent in America. I do. That's cute. That's cute. Let's see, we have what is the Affinity Publisher course again? Someone's asking.
Okay, so we were looking at a lot of our customers either didn't have Photoshop or they didn't have the latest version of PowerPoint because they both cost a lot of money.
Okay.
And in fact, excuse me, I think they're both monthly subscriptions now. So my daughter and I went looking for another application that people could use that was easy to use. And we came across a software, Affinity, and a few people that I know of it. And so we went and we bought it and we tested it and we were blown away. Because it gives you the power both of the Photoshop functionality and then the PowerPoint flexibility, and it was really cool. So we only released that this afternoon.
Oh, wow. Well, you're keeping ahead of it, aren't you? That's awesome. Let's see,
well, actually, I have to give all credit to my daughter because she's the one that drove the process.
Mm-hmm. That's wonderful. Oh, we have someone here that says, "Oh, we're both so inspirational." Thank you for that. That is so kind. And Tobago is in the Caribbean. All right, that's why. No wonder it's sunny there. I can understand it's sunny there. And and Diana's trainings are excellent. Christy says, "Hi guys." Somebody says here, wonderful. Oh, we got like 17 comments in here. Wow, that's super awesome. Wonderful. I appreciate everybody. If there's any other questions, feel free to post those. I'll take a quick drink here.
So your mouth gets dry with all the talking, eh?
Yeah, it does, because I do end up doing a lot of talking throughout the day. And I'll have my own classes and I'll have my lives, and then I have a few coaching clients, not very many, because I only have a limited time, but yeah, most definitely. Well, this has been very eye-opening, very inspirational. So wrap us up here, Diana, with pour on a little more inspiration. Anybody could do this? Is it really truly possible to make money creating digital planners and selling them on Etsy and other places online? Inspire us.
Well, yes. So here's the thing. Having gone through so many years of really battling to the point where sometimes it was so bad that I had to have friends bring me food, and I'm not kidding about that. I went through some really dark times, and there were many times where I thought to myself, do I go back and get a job? And there was something in me that wouldn't quit. So I probably could have succeeded a lot earlier if I had done certain things a little bit differently. And one of them was the focus issue. Pick one and do it until it's working properly. So that is why my personal brand is probably not where it should be, because I've been focusing on the business to business side. I think the secret is I've asked my customers, what is it that's holding you back? And for most of them, it's a self-confidence thing. And I almost want to get up and shake them and say, nobody's going to know if you mess it up, because if you list a book on Amazon and it doesn't sell, nobody knows except you.
Oh, yeah.
And so unless you get books out there, and so the first one doesn't sell, then put another one on.
Mm-hmm.
And then put another one on, and do the homework in terms of what sort of niches you can target. And I truly believe that everybody knows something that could make a very significant difference to somebody else. So one of my Zoom meetings the other day, we were talking about a lady that deals with a child that's physically challenged, and it's hard work. And if you think about the life experience that she's gone through, she has some really valuable information to give to other people who are going through the same things. So, and I think everybody's got that in them. And I think but the big challenge is that most people see the glamour. They don't know how much hard work it took for me to get here. And that's unfortunately the bottom line. It takes a lot of hard work, but smart work as well, to get where you need to be. But I truly believe you can all do it. If you're committed to just following through and doing one thing at a time and being a little bit smart about the time.
Mm-hmm. And then you can just make that recurring income over and over by creating a product one time on your computer. Yes. I absolutely love that. And, really, and that's what I tell people too, if I can do it, anybody can do it, right? And if you can do it, if Diana can do it, after she had all her ups and downs in life and that zigged and zagged, and she's able to make this work successfully and get repeat sales over and over again for creating a digital planner, selling it online, then hey, why not? Why not? That I love it. I absolutely love it. Diana is going to give me some links to put in here so you can reach out to her, follow her online, follow her in her Facebook groups. And also she has several online courses. And then also you said you had a free printable or free PDF on how to do printables online or something on your.
Well, how to start creating journals and planners using PowerPoint. It gives them the basics to get started. So okay. I can send you all of those links in an email and you can just drop them in your group.
Perfect. Thank you for your openness to do that, Diana. That's wonderful. I'm going to check for any last questions on here. I'm have to scroll down. There's so many. Let's see. Getting ready to check out the Affinity course. Sharon says she's getting ready to check out the Affinity course. She saw it out earlier. Facebook, do you have two different versions of digital planners, one for GoodNotes and one for Notability, or do you design it once and it works in both apps is the question.
For GoodNotes and Notability, you only have to design it once. It'll work in both apps.
Ah, that's even better. Awesome. Love it. Love it. Love it. Well, thank you so much today, Diana. Can't wait to check out more of what you have to offer online. So definitely go follow Diana, learn more about how to create digital planners and that show up on your tablet or iPad. It's phenomenal that people buy this digital product over and over. It kind of reminds me of back in the day of like audio CDs. You'd make a big music CD and people would buy it over and over and over again. Or, or like movies. You make one movie and then sell it over and over, or KDP Books on Amazon. But the margins are great on this. So I love it. Whoops. We just lost Diana. Okay. She may pop back in here. I don't know, but I do thank her for joining us today, all the way from South Africa. It's late at night for her. She stayed up late in order to be here online with us. And so thank you so much, Diana. I'll drop all those links when she sets them in here. Yeah, she says sorry. She just Facebook messaged me. It's all, her power went out. She says, oh my goodness. That happened to me like 2 weeks ago, and I was hoping it would my power out here in the country in Oregon, because I live in a rural farm, that it would come back on beforehand. Anyway, so I'll go ahead and wrap today, and I'm sure Diana is very grateful that you were here with her too. Thank you for joining me for Online Moneymaker Academy. If you are watching on YouTube, please like this video, make a comment on it, give us a thumbs up, and subscribe to this channel. Hit the little little bell so that the bell could also notify you when new videos come out. If you're watching on Facebook, please give us a thumbs up, like this video. And if somebody you know might be interested in making digital planners, put their name in here, tag them, and let them know about this video. It's a great, great way to make money on the internet. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day. Go out there and make some money, and then go do good in the world with it.